Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Muhammad Ramzy. I'm from class 8.4 and my attendance number is 23. And today, I want to do a presentation of my project that I have been working on, entitled Efforts to Build Character Towards Independence to Prevent Bullying in Madrasah. And in this presentation, I will divide my explanation into three parts: introduction, discussion, and conclusion. And now let's just go to the introduction parts. In introduction, there is the background of the research. The background of the research, which consists of 3 points. The first is character building. Character building is a gradual and continuous process of mutual development and personality within an individual. Character reflects how a person thinks, behaves, and acts in their daily lives. In education, character development is a primary goal alongside academic achievement. And the second point is independence. Independence is a person's ability to manage themselves and make decisions and solve problems without relying on others. Independence is being is a negative behavior that carried out to harm others, whether physically, verbally, or socially. And bullying in madrasa are still commonly found, especially in educational settings such as madrasa. And some people have some problems that makes them have a bad characters. For example, like negative environments or internal problems or influence from technology, and it was making them to don't have a bad character and ended up in doing a bad activities such as bullying. From these 3 points, we can realize that building a good character and an independent attitude have a crucial role in preventing bullying in madrasah. A good character shapes individuals who are empathetic and who are empathetic have good roles in society, and meanwhile independence helps individuals maintains good self-control and doesn't rely on others. Okay. And that's why the character building and independence have a crucial role to prevent bullying in madrasah. And because of that, we can have the problem formulations and objective of the project, which is how can bullying in madrasah be prevented through character building and an independent attitude. So to answer these questions, I connect my title with 3 materials in the discussion part. And the first materials that I connect with is mathematics. Character building and independent attitude are not easily achieved. To build character towards independence, students need to apply positive behaviors in their daily lives, especially when interacting with others. This is related to one of the materials in mathematics, namely exponents. Exponents or powers are when a number is multiplied by itself, which resulting in a larger value. If we habitually do positive things consistently, then the character we develop will improve. While if we habitually engage in bad activities such bullying in madrasah, then the character we develop will also deteriorate. And for the next materials, the subjects that I connect to is civics. As we know, character building and independent attitude independent attitude are crucial for students to create a safe and comfortable environment. This relates to one of the materials in civics about Youth Pledge. The values embodied in the Youth Pledge, such as unity, nationalism and mutual respect, plays a crucial role for forming a student a characteristic in preventing bullying in madrasah. And for the third materials that I connect with is English. Character building and independent attitude are crucial for students to foster a safe and comfortable environment. That's what we know. By developing a good characters, we will also develop good self-control and self-awareness. And this in turn, developing a good character will make us develop a foster to thrive and the desire to influence others and to also to influence others into a more positive directions. This is related to one of the materials in English called persuasive text. Persuasive text is a text that we use to influence or persuade others to follow an opinion or take specific actions. We can use persuasive text or persuasive speech as a means to influence other students to develop good characters and to participate in avoiding bullying in madrasah. And therefore, after this discussion, we can answer the problem formulations earlier, which is we put in the conclusion there are three answers. First is develop positive habits. Habits are crucial for forming a good character and having an independent attitude. We must constantly practicing on doing positive behaviors in our daily life, especially when we're interacting with others. Furthermore, bullying can be prevented by instilling positive social values in students, such as mutual respect and good self-control. And the second is emphasize unity and mutual respect. Unity and mutual respect are crucial factors for preventing bullying in madrasah. Furthermore, the conscious decisions to unite also reflects an independent attitude in as a student. And the third point is raise awareness of bullying dangers. Once we have successfully built a good character and independent attitude in ourselves, we should influence our friends and encourage them to also develop good characters and raise awareness of bullying dangers. Because with that, they can get encouraged and motivated to participate in avoiding bullying in madrasah environment. That's all, and thank you for your attention. Questions are allowed.
I have two questions for Ramzy, based on what we discussed and what you present just now. The first question is, give us an example of persuasive text to use to prevent bullying in the madrasah. That's the first question. And the second question is how to promote empathy in, let's say, for example, you are in a negative community, which the bullier is more greater numbers than the victims. How do you promote? What's the step to improve the situation?
Okay. Question, the example of persuasive text or persuasive speech that we can use to influence our friends to also develop good characters is like um, maybe we can ask them like with good communications and not rush in. We do it slowly. We do it with good languages and not forcing them to also develop good characters because we're here not forcing them but attract them and encourage them to also develop a good character and avoid bullying in madrasah. So when we encourage them, and we must not use bad languages or forcing languages because that's not the main purpose of us encouraging them to also avoid bullying in madrasah.
Just a suggestion, maybe you can do also the example of the news, from the social media, from the online news, or maybe offline papers, which consist of uh, bullying case like that. You can also use it to show them.
Okay. Well, for the second questions, I'm sorry, could you repeat?
Uh, yeah, promote empathy in the negative community. The steps. How are the steps?
When we are facing some bulliers. Okay. When we are facing bulliers with a larger numbers of, they have a larger numbers of peoples, uh, we should not face them with physical contacts or fights because it will just make things worse. And instead, we should communicate with them and make a good relations and not attract conflicts between them. For example, the steps that we can do is first, we must talk with them, good talks, good communicate with them, not forcing them or not using bad language, which may cause them to get angry and ended up in conflicts. No, and then after that, if they are still wants to bully us or they are still not changing or not uh, changing their purpose of to us, then we should try to find some people to that have authorized that have authority, because if we cannot face them, we must find the people who can face them. And for example, it's like our teachers or our parents. We can ask them or we can uh, tell them that, and we can ask help to them to facing them to facing the bullies so that we can prevent any conflicts with them. Yes.
Okay, Ramzi. It's actually interesting to listen your answer from your father's question, and it's very humanized. And I appreciate about it. And my question, the first that I would like to do, I would like to clarify first. Being independent to prevent bullying or preventing bullying towards independent, which one is correct based on your title? In your title, being independent to prevent bullying, which one?
We build character towards independence to prevent bullying in madrasah. So we have a character of independence like
Ah.
Mutual respect and emphasizing
Oh, yeah,
unity
okay.
to prevent some bad purposes
Okay.
to other our friends.
Okay, thank you. So the right thing is, or the right title is being independent to prevent bullying, not prevent bullying towards independent.
No.
Different, right?
Different.
Yeah. Okay, but I would like to continue my question. So you have explained some steps to solve the problem and also how to develop the good character. The thing that I would like to ask, how can you ensure that your steps can be implemented in daily life? We know that the school or the teachers has tried to explain to the student that don't do bullying at school or at home or other places. But the fact some bad activity or bad thing still happen. But in your opinion, how do you ensure that your steps that you provide or explain can be implemented well, especially at school?
Uh, so to ensure that my steps are can be implemented in the schools, is that mm, maybe we encourage other friends that have no bad intentions to also implement my steps,
Okay.
to also joining to prevent bullying in madrasah, so that we have some
Campaign.
campaigns. Yes.
Okay.
So we are not, so that we are not alone in facing the bulliers
Okay.
in schools, especially. But if we still cannot face them and they are still willingly to have, they are still have the intentions to bully us, to have like wants to make a conflict with us, then we must not interacting with them, or it is okay to be friends with them, but not, don't be too close to them, or like too, or like makes too much interaction with them, because sometimes it could it could attract a conflict to be happens if we are always interacting with them, especially we don't have the same intentions as them. What our intentions is to be a good students, to prevent bullying, but they are just wants to, it's a total opposite of
Okay,
us.
thank you for your answer. And the last thing I would like to suggest, the speech and persuasive text is different, but the same intention or purpose. Yeah, okay. Thank you. You can close your presentation.
Okay, so that's all from my presentations. Thank you for, sorry for my mistaken words. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.